Hey everybody, welcome back to NVTV. We are at the Inns at 8th and Main, and I think the background can speak for itself, unless they want to obviously come see it themselves, because, you know,
Thanks.
it's beautiful here.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about what the business is that we're here for today.
We are a traditional bed and breakfast located here on Main Street in McConnellsville. A luxury traditional bed and breakfast.
Yes, this is not a traditional bed and breakfast. This is gorgeous. So let's not make everyone think this is traditional. This is beautiful.
It's not grandma's house.
No, and I think people would be surprised to know that something like this is in McConnellsville if they don't know that it's here yet, because
We get that a lot.
this is beautiful.
Yeah, we are the unexpected.
Very much so, yes. So why the bed and breakfast? What made this transpire?
Need. One was to save the house. One was to keep it from being turned into a rental property. It's in this house, to maintain this house, to heat this house. It's not something that can be done every day very affordably. So that's number one. Number two is the community really needed more overnight lodging. That was a big thing. There's a lot of new businesses in McConnellsville. You know, we have the brewery, and so there's a lot of things to do. There's Jesse Owens State Park. There's hiking out at Burr Oak. There's the Muskingum River Parkway. There's so many things. Just walking down Main Street, McConnellsville. Going out to Chester Hill, going out to the Triple Nickel and eating lunch or dinner out there. We're only about 45 minutes away from Front Street, Marietta. We're close to downtown Zanesville. There's the Wilds. We really, and a lot of people come home and needed, especially during COVID, needed a place to stay, to come see and check in on their family, but not stay directly with their family. And we do get a lot of business traffic through here. We have MEBA, it's their United States headquarters is here. So there's just a great need, and just to offer an experience. I mean, for us, truly, it's the guest experience.
Yeah. You can tell by walking in here, it's about the guest experience. You guys have put a lot of thought into every single piece of this inn.
Yeah.
A lot of thought and a lot of miles to go get every single piece.
But we had a lot of fun along the way when we were getting the pieces. I used to work in the hospitality sector. A lot of people don't know that. I was in the furniture business, and that's actually what brought me here to McConnellsville. And I spent a lot of time in boutique hotels. I did a lot of work in Charleston and New York City and the Caribbean, and so I know a little bit about that brand. I also traveled a lot for business, and so I wanted the rooms how I liked them when I was traveling, when I was away from home. I wanted it to feel like home. I wanted, and that's, to me, that's the greatest compliment from a guest, is I feel so at home here. Especially for the people that used to call McConnellsville home, they now have a place that they can come back to and they can call home.
Before you even walk in here, you can feel that it feels like home, because the outside of it, and I will get into everything that, I mean, all of the history in this building is just amazing. It is beautiful. And if you're listening, not watching, we can't describe it to you, because it's gorgeous. You can't describe it. I mean, it's from the floors to the ceiling. It's beautiful. So when you first got this building, what were we looking at? Was it ready to go? Did you have to put a lot of work into it? What was that process like?
Well, we didn't have to strip wallpaper, so that was a plus. There's a lot of work. It needed to be for luxury. It needed to be for overnight lodging. So there's a lot of different things that go into it versus just a house.
Structurally, it was in very good shape. It just needed a lot of modernizing to still to function current expectations of people, but yet still be old. It was 2.5 baths when we came in, and now it's 4 baths. So
Yeah, we did
we
3 bathrooms at once.
yeah.
We actually, we on Friday nights were our date nights that we would either go to Lowe's, Home Depot, or Menards. And
Very exciting date night.
one night we averaged $1,000 an hour in Menards, is what we figured, and we were there for about 4 hours. And so we would go over and get our materials and everything, and then we had a couple of local contractors that helped us, but the majority of the work we did ourselves. But yeah, so if you 3 bathrooms at once was kind of, and we're still married.
Yeah.
And we're still married, and we had deadlines because we had guests coming, and so but picking out the paint, just going through the different things, like I told you when we first started this, I was just diagnosed with thyroid cancer, so it gave me purpose. So I had something to focus on instead of going through all the treatment and going through the surgeries. And just like at Christmas time, I had 2 back-to-back surgeries, and they would find things to keep me down because I'm not one to keep down. I mean, I don't really sleep. I'm always thinking of different things. But so, we're supposed to be remodeling, and they're outside hanging Christmas wreaths because I wanted it to look pretty for Christmas. But it's just, and it was a process. I mean, we would find pieces that that would inspire us for rooms. In this room in particular, it was the stained glass piece, and so that's what we took. We drew our inspiration from. So that's where the greens come from, and just and the living room, the flag is the inspirational piece in there. But it was and Dan and I have always been involved in furniture. We've always restored furniture, so especially in the Christie room, a lot of the pieces in there we restored. That's just always been, woodworking's always been your thing. So, but it's a lot. It's been a lot of fun, and we're excited about the next phase too. So
There's a lot of phases coming. We've discussed all the projects.
yes, we have. Yep, we're getting ready to move into. So when we're all said and done, our goal is to have 6 rooms, and right now we have 3. It's like this weekend we're booked. We're full. And so, and then in the next phase, the other rooms will be a little bit more like, they'll have a kitchenette. They'll be a little bit more independent. And they'll have the option of having breakfast or having a meal. And breakfast is the big experience. And it's kind of funny because we were so wrapped up in the rooms when we were creating the spaces, we forgot about the food. And Dan and I are big foodies, but now the food has become a big, huge part of the experience. Everybody is we get so many reviews on how great the food is and the different little touches that we do, and Dan's a big part of it, and he's a big part of the help in the kitchen. So
Do dishes.
That's an important thing.
No,
Yeah.
He cooks a lot. He makes the sausage gravy and the eggs, and he'll do the egg omelets if we have special, because sometimes we try to cater to the guest experience. So if somebody says I can't eat dairy, or I'm vegan, or I can't eat eggs. So those are questions that we ask when we get the reservations. Do you have any allergies or anything like that? And we try to make sure, and the guests are always surprised that, we've created a breakfast that they can eat and enjoy.
Right, and I think that's important to say on here is that a lot of people are going to hear this is a bed and breakfast or an inn, the inns in McConnellsville, and they're going to think it's, small town, maybe not what you're going to get in a bigger place. But that's completely, that's farthest from what this actually is, because, not only is this, top-notch place to stay, but you've catered to what the customer is going to want.
It truly is, and Dan and I have traveled. I mean, we've been all over, and again, we've drawn on those travel experiences that we have, and you know, we know that when a guest comes, like a guest is usually here because they're on vacation, you know, and it's for them to have a good experience. It's our job to make sure that they have a good experience, and I think we do that.
I
From
think
what
we
they
did.
tell us.
Yeah. We had one gentleman that came by himself and was going to stay one night. And on the phone, Amy could tell that he was real hesitant about being in a bed and breakfast and had
He'd
never
never stayed
done
in
it,
one
never
before.
stayed at one, and wound up through that morning breakfast and just conversations with him. He asked Amy if tomorrow, the next day was available, and he wound up staying another night with us. So it was, he turned him from never being and real cautious about being here, and wound up staying 2 nights. So it's those kind of things that,
Well, thank you again for sitting down with me in this gorgeous location and letting us come in and giving us a tour. There's more to come from this because we're going to get some photos and share them with everyone because people should know that this is here. This is stunning. So thank you again. I appreciate both of you.
All right.
We'll be talking again soon.
Well, thanks for coming and sharing our home.